since then, it's been a tough old time for Walsall. They are yet to win in the new year. The last victory was on New Year's Eve 2016, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in 15 matches in all competitions. So if United were ever going to have a chance to get back on track after an awful midweek, this is the place to do it. Liam Cook here presenting live coverage of Walsall Wood versus Coventry United. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Cov Matchday. Let us know your thoughts on today's game, and you can also get involved in our Man of the Match award in the second half. Remember to get involved as much as you can. This is your show after all. Before we get into the team news, we're going to give a big old shout out to our sponsors at Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk. That's grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for your nearest store location and the latest special offers. Right, I hope you're ready for some team news, because here it comes. We're going to start off with our hosts, Walsall Wood. In fact, you know what? Let's start with Coventry United instead. So, in goal, we have number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Jean Decory. Number 5, Lewis Ison. Number 6, Jamie Coleman. Number 7, and your captain for the day, Kevin Thornton. Number 8 is Jimmy Holton. Number 9, Kai Williams. And number 10, Josh O'Grady. And also in number 11 is Courtney Cameron. So that is the starting lineup for Coventry United this afternoon. And on the bench for the Red and Greens, number 12, Rob Frinzel. 13, Joe Connor. Number 14, Tommy Glasgow. 15, Reece Say. And number 16 is Muzzy Unduna. And now for the home team, Walsall Wood. Firstly, we'd like to say a big thank you to Walsall Wood for their very warm welcome. We've had a lot of fans and executives come up to us and welcome us to the club. So a big thank you to Walsall for your very warm welcome. And of course, best of luck to manager Harry Harris and his playing staff after today, of course, because we would like to see a Coventry United victory. Right, without any further ado, here is the Wood starting lineup. Number 1, Adam Jenkins. 2, Michael Williams. 3, Luke Adams. 4, Sam Brooks. 5, Ricky Baines. 6, Adam Wood. 7, Charlie Shaw. Number 8 is Anthony Juction. Number 9 is the captain, Joey Butlin. Number 10, Drew Aiton. And number 11 is Josh Mansell. Now, a new signing in the lineup for Walsall on the bench is number 12, Sebastian Lake Gaskin, who has signed for the club in the last couple of days. So what a chance for him to make a name for himself. Elsewhere on the bench, number 14, Liam Molesworth. 15, Lewis Taylor Boyce, another new signing. Number 16, Craig Deakin. And number 17, the player manager, Harry Harris. So those are the starting lineups today for this match between Walsall Wood and Coventry United. Now, one final score to bring you before we go any further, and it quite possibly could be the result of the century. The FA Cup will see a non-league side in the quarter-finals. Burnley have lost by 1-0 at home to Conference Premier side Lincoln City. Yes, you heard me right. Little old Lincoln have beaten Premier League side Burnley by 1-0 and will be going through to the quarter-finals of the famous trophy. Sean Raggett with an 89th minute winner for the Imps. So congratulations to Lincoln City for their historic achievement. We've still got another 4 FA Cup fixtures today. 3 of them are 3 o'clock kickoffs. Firstly, we've got Huddersfield Town versus Manchester City. Middlesbrough host Oxford. And Millwall have got Leicester City at home. We have been told there's 11 changes to the Leicester side for this match. So there could well be another upset there. And of course, Middlesbrough are not a very high-scoring team either. So we could see 2 big Premier League teams going out of the Cup today. And also a half-5 kickoff as the team that Coventry City beat in the semi-final of the Checkatrade Trophy a couple of weeks ago, sorry, that's Wickham. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers who are playing there. Sorry, it's Wolverhampton versus Chelsea. So Wolves, the team that knocked out Liverpool in the last round. Could they be about to do it again? This time in front of upwards of 30,000 mad Wolverhampton Wanderers fans at Molineux. So that's Wolves versus Chelsea at 5:30. We're going to be keeping you up to date with the latest scores from matches including two of our local sides. Firstly, Coventry City at home, I should say, against Gillingham, and Coventry Rugby Club are at home to Hull Lonians. That's at the Butts Park Arena. So the very best of luck to Coventry Rugby Club and, of course, to Coventry City as they both go in search of some points this afternoon, and boy oh boy do the Sky Blues need those points. 11 points adrift of the of safety and 5 points adrift at the bottom of the table, so it's not been the best of times for Coventry City. There have been a couple of changes to the Sky Blues lineup which we will tell you about very shortly, but of course the very best of luck to all of our local sides taking part in matches across the country today. As soon as the laptop loads up, I will give you the team news for Coventry City. And well, here it is. I can say that Lee Burge is starting in goal for the Sky Blues. Dion Kelly-Evans is at right back, with Ryan Haynes coming back into the starting 11 at left back. In centre defence, the captain Nathan Clark and Jordan Turnbull. So still no Jordan Willis for the Sky Blues. In midfield is Kevin Foley, Callum Riley, Andy Rose and George Thomas. And up front is Marcus Tutguy and Quame Thomas, or Kwame, I don't know how the hell he pronounces it. And on the bench, Reece Charles Cook, Farrand Rawson, Gail Bigaramana, Jody Jones, we've got Kyle Reid as well, Ruben Ramirez, and of course up front, Aigbeni Yakubu. So the Yak is on the bench for the Sky Blues. And for Gillingham, they've got Nelson, Jackson, Hurd, Aimer, Oshia, Donnelly, McDonald, Dak, Byrne, Wright and Emmanuel Thomas. So that is the Gillingham starting lineup. And well, again, best of luck to the Sky Blues as they hopefully will get their first win in the league over Russell Slade. But we are focused on this match right here at Oak Park, the home of Walsall Wood, as Walsall host Coventry United in the Midland League Premier Division. And you know, this team may not have won in 2017, but they're certainly not a team to take for granted. Let's say through a couple of stats from Walsall Wood. They're currently in 14th place in the league, 14 points above the relegation zone and 11 points behind United in the league table. Drew Ayton has taken part in the most games of any Walsall player, 35 in total in all competitions, and also Ayton is Wood's top scorer as well with 13 goals in all competitions. Close behind is Joey Butlin with 10. Now, as I said, Walsall are yet to win a game in 2017. Their last win came on New Year's Eve, which was a 2-1 triumph at Stourport. As we told you earlier, Seb Gaskin and Lewis Boyce have both joined Walsall this week, with Ashley Jackson leaving for Romulus. Of course, Jackson, one of their star players. Michael Williams and Sam Brooks also arrived at Wood the previous week and are hoping to make their debuts after last week's game against Shepshed was called off due to a waterlogged pitch. And of course, as we told you, Wood are yet to keep a clean sheet in their last 15 matches in all competitions. So we should see at least one goal fly into the Walsall net. That is, of course, unless they're going to be bringing that run to an end. And of course, if you remember back to the last game between these two sides, United beat Walsall by 2-0 at Spinks Drive in December. This was Harry Harris's first game in permanent player-manager charge, having acted as caretaker manager in previous games. Goals from Cox and O'Grady either side of the break sealed the points for the Red and Greens. So let's be hoping from a red and green point of view that United can repeat those antics and seal another 3 points for their collection. Right, let's take you through some of the fixtures that we have got coming up in the top 4 divisions of English football. Well, I say top 4, top 3 I should say, because only 3 of them are in action. There's no Premier League games today. In the Championship, Barnsley host Brighton and Hove Albion. Birmingham City have got QPR. Burton host Norwich. Cardiff City at home to Rotherham United. Ipswich Town versus Leeds United, Nottingham Forest versus Sheffield Wednesday, and Wigan Athletic versus Preston North End. Of course, a couple of teams in FA Cup action today, including Huddersfield Town, and a couple tomorrow as well. League One, Bradford City host Bolton Wanderers, the Phil Parkinson derby there at is it now the Coral Window Stadium, something like that, some stupid sponsorship name. Chesterfield host Bury, of course the Sky Blues of Coventry City host Gillingham. MK Dons have got Fleetwood, Port Vale host Bristol Rovers, Rochdale have got Charlton, Sheffield United are at home to Scunthorpe, Shrewsbury host AFC Wimbledon, Southend have got Northampton at home, Oldham travel to Swindon, and Walsall host Peterborough. And finally in League 2, Accrington Stanley, still don't know who they are, they host Colchester United in League 2, Barnet host Portsmouth, Blackpool have got Crewe, Cambridge, Port Yeovil travel to Cheltenham, as we wait for the computer to load up and tell us the other matches. As we, there we go. Crawley at home to Morecambe. Doncaster have got Luton. Exeter host Stevenage. Grimsby take on Mansfield. Plymouth travel all the way up to Hartlepool. I'm certainly not. Oh, he's put me off. Alan's put me off, as he always does. Either Jerry Sod only won 240 quid from Lincoln beating Burnley, so points are on him tonight. As I was saying, I don't fancy the trip from Plymouth to Hartlepool tonight. I think Coventry to Walsall is far enough for me. Leyton Orient have got Notts County, and Wickham host Carlisle in the final League 2 fixture. Just 7 minutes to go until our scheduled kick-off time here at Oak Park. Of course, highlights of this match will be available exclusively on Coventry United Matchday's YouTube channel, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the channel to make sure that you get the notification telling you when the highlights are online. It will be sometime tomorrow afternoon, and of course the highlights will be used on Made in Birmingham TV's Jumpers for Goalposts programme. If you haven't seen it, it's basically a programme dedicated to Midlands non-league football. So if you haven't seen Jumpers for Goalposts, you may want to check it out next Thursday, because United and Walsall will both be on it. So we are once again very close to kick-off. United will be in their change strip of all white, as we are expecting the teams very shortly. Quite a few Coventry United fans have made the short trip down the M6 to Walsall for what we like to call the non-league M6 El Clasico. It's a bit of a mouthful, but you know what? It's got that feel to it.
Love you, Liam.
And for those of you wondering who that was the jammy so-and-so who won 240 quid from Lincoln beating Burnley. That's Mr. Alan Howe, everybody. And don't worry, he's going to be buying the drinks later, aren't you, Alan? We are just checking it. 5 minutes to go until kick-off. 5 minutes until we get underway here at Oak Park. We are situated on the far side of the ground, directly in front of the Jeff Woodward stand, as we prepare for the arrival of the two teams, Coventry United and Walsall. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday if you have anything to say on today's coverage. And of course, we will be going through another run through of the starting lineups before we get going with the match, which is going to be well, literally any time now. The players usually come out about now. Kickoff is, of course, 3 p.m. as usual, and I tell you what, I cannot wait for this match. A lot of very enthusiastic fans stationed here at Oak Park. We've still got people pulling into the car park, actually. And by the way, I did get here on time today, unlike on Wednesday. I actually didn't get to the ground until half an hour into the first half. Luckily, we just, and I mean just, got the camera started to get Kai Williams' opener on camera. So we were very lucky in that respect. But no such worries today as we prepare for another afternoon of exclusive live Midland League football, as the Coventry United fans make their way over to the Jeff Woodward stand, away from me once again. I don't know whether I smell or something, but they don't seem to want to be standing near me this season. But of course, you are listening to live coverage of Walsall Wood versus Coventry United. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the coverage, hit the thumbs up button below the video, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of it, subscribe to Coventry United Matchday on YouTube for more exclusive football content, and of course follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday. Let us know what you think about the match and the coverage. And of course, do let us know if you are listening. We'll give you a big old shout out here on Coventry United Matchday. Remember, this is your show after all, so get in touch. And of course, we will be keeping you up to date with everything happening elsewhere, whether it's in the FA Cup, the Championship, League 1, League 2, and of course the matches at the Butts Park Arena and the Ricoh Arena, as Coventry City and Coventry Rugby Club seek to get some more points to add to their collections. No game for Wasps this afternoon. I believe they're facing Sale tomorrow, and that is away from home. But the good news for Wasps fans is that Saracens, who are in second place, lost last night away at Gloucester. So Wasps could well be taking a big step to the Aviva Premiership title. Best of luck to Wasps for their game tomorrow. But for today, we are focusing on the Midland League Premier Division as always. But tomorrow is a very historic day for Coventry United Football Club and for Coventry United Matchday as well, because tomorrow Coventry United Ladies Football Club will be taking on Aston Villa Ladies in the fourth round of the Women's FA Cup. And for the very first time in the history of anything, you can hear live coverage of Coventry United Ladies Football Club right here on Matchday. We're going to be broadcasting live from Butlin Road, which is the home of Rugby Town Football Club, tomorrow, and the coverage kicks off at around 1:30 in the afternoon. Same place, right here on YouTube, and believe me, it is going to be a cracker, so do not miss it. 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, live from Butlin Road. But as we are talking about the ladies, it's time to focus on the men of Coventry United as the Red and Green Army, all in white, make their way onto the pitch here at Oak Park. It's Walsall Wood, it's Coventry United, it's the Midland League Premier Division, and it's live on Coventry United Matchday. Right, let's take you through a rundown of the starting lineups once again, starting with our host, Walsall Wood. Number 1, Adam Jenkins. 2, Michael Williams. 3, Luke Adams. 4, Sam Brooks. Number 5, Ricky Baines. 6, Adam Wood. 7, Charlie Shaw. 8, Anthony Juction. 9, Joey Butlin. 10, Drew Ayton. And 11, Josh Mansell. And on the bench, number 12, Sebastian Lake Gaskin. 14, Liam Molesworth. 15, Lewis Taylor Boyce. Number 16, Craig Deacon. And 17, the player manager, Harry. And for Coventry United this afternoon, number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Ben Valance. Number 4, Jean Decory. 5 is Lewis Ison. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, your captain for the day, Kevin Thornton. 8, Jimmy Holton. Number 9, Kai Williams. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Courtney Cameron. And on the bench for the Red and Greens, number 12, Rob Prinzel. 13, Joe Connor. 14, Tommy Glasgow. 15, Reece Say. And 16, Muzzy Unduna. So those are the teams for today's match here at Oak Park, sponsored as always by our friends at Graham, the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands. Find all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. As the two captains meet in the centre circle, Joey Butlin representing Walsall Wood, Kevin Thornton of Coventry United away at Westfield, sending off of Javel. Well, I hope you're ready, because exclusive live non-league football action is coming your way. It's Walsall Wood to kick us off here at Oak Park. Walsall in red and white, Coventry United all in white. Strap yourselves in, I've got a feeling this is going to be a whopper. Here we go, we are underway at Oak Park. Walsall kicking from left to right as far as we are concerned. It's hoofed upfield by Anthony Junction straight into the hands of Rich Morris. Let's hope it's not going to be a Route 1 game here. Pitch looks in decent condition, so we should be able to see a nice grounded game from both sides. Here's Jimmy Holton for Coventry United, ducking and weaving his way out of several challenges, but is eventually dispossessed by Charlie Shaw. Valence picks it up at left back. Courtney Cameron making the run. Chip ball towards Cameron. It will drift out of play, level with the penalty area, and it will be a Walsall throw. A nice idea from Valence. The execution wasn't quite right, and the throw-in taken quickly by Michael Williams to goalkeeper Adam Jenkins. Nodded on by Ayton. Plays a 1-2 with Butlin. Long ball forward to Williams, but the pass isn't quite right, but neither is the one from John Ducory towards Courtney Cameron. And it drifts out of play inside Walsall territory for a Wood throw to be taken by Sam Brooks. Up line towards Williams, and Valence beats him in the air. Ayton. Good challenge there by Jamie Coleman to bring it away. Ducory on ball forward, looking for Kai Williams, who is now the only recognised striker in the United squad after the departure of Ben Mackey, Simeon Townsend and Dylan Notshuddy in recent weeks. Let's play back to the Wood goalkeeper, Adam Jenkins. And we go again in the centre of the park. Butlin overruns the ball. But United can't find Josh O'Grady. Williams back into defence with Sam Brooks. Brooks long ball, looking for Joey Butlin. The referee, his assistant, raises the flag. And it will be a free kick to Coventry United. From what I can see, no early goals in the Championship, League One or League Two. But of course, that's quite frankly incredible scoreline from Turf Moor came to us a few minutes ago. Burnley 0, Lincoln City 1. Just let that sink in. Lincoln have knocked out Premier League side Burnley. Rich Rice with possession in his own box. Hoofed away towards the head of Kai Williams. Holton will get there first. He's beaten in the air. Cameron picks it up. Ison back in the starting lineup today. Onto the right hand side with Pierre Mudim. United seemingly going for what looks like a 4-3-3 to me, with Williams as the main striker. Here is Kai Williams onto the left hand side, perhaps with Courtney Cameron waiting for support. He's found Valence. Cameron's forward, plays it into the centre with Kevin Thornton with the captain's armband today. Good control from Cameron, returns it to Thornton. Onto the right with Pierre Mudim, spaced in front of him, covered off now by Luke Adams. What will Mudim do here? Tried to play a 1-2 with Josh O'Grady, but the back heel return by O'Grady was cut out by the defender. Ayton. Hooked forward by Juction. Ison brings it back for the red and greens. Mudim. Onto the right with Josh O'Grady, just shy of the halfway line. Holton holds it up well from Juction. O'Grady. Williams tried to let it run, but he's let it run straight into the path of Sam Brooks. Big, bulky number 4. Jenkins makes sure that ball isn't coming back. Williams nods it on. Ayton loses out to the experienced Kevin Thornton, formerly of Coventry City and Northampton Town, of course. Ducory to his good friend Pierre Mudim. Holton batting for the ball with his opposite number 8, Anthony Juction. And Luke Adams gets there before Williams hoofs it upfield, brought down by Valence. Valence tripped by Joey Butlin. Free kick to Coventry United well into their own territory. And there has been a goal at Spotland. Rochdale lead Charlton by 1-0. Cameron striding forward, taking on numerous Walsall players. Onto the left-hand side now. It's to Kai Williams. And the cross is charged down. And it will go out of play for a corner kick to Coventry United. Score remains at 0-0. Brooks able to block the cross and put it out for a corner kick. And that corner is going to be taken by Josh O'Grady, Mr. Set Piece himself. It's a low one to Kevin Thornton. Back to O'Grady. Back to Thornton. Cameron in support. That white shirt didn't stay white for long. Towards the far post, towards Lewis Ison. Williams gets the header on it. And Adam Wood hoofs it away. And the challenge by Jimmy Holton is penalised by the assistant. His flag raised. And the referee responds by awarding the free kick. Score after roughly 5 minutes. Walsall Wood 0, Coventry United 0. Sam Brooks. Long ball towards Ayton. Ayton beaten to the ball, but it's forward to Williams on the right-hand side. Drifted out of play. The referee gives the throw to Coventry United. One-two between Valence and Cameron. Lovely chip pass there by Valence. Great turn from Cameron. They had a shirt pulled by Charlie Shaw. And it will be a free kick. Coventry United right on the halfway line. Moodim. O'Grady forced away from the box onto the halfway line with Jean Decory. Lets it run only straight into the path of Drew Ayton. Slide chance, doesn't bring the ball back. Ayton eventually stopped by Ison, but not for long. Ayton, good hold-up play, waiting for an option, but the leg of Jean Decory takes it away. Moodim. Ison, United playing it around in the back four at the moment. Now it's Kevin Thornton. Good turn to take it around Josh Mansell. Now O'Grady, last season's top scorer. And the second highest top scorer this season as Mansell trips Kevin Thornton in the centre circle. Free kick Coventry United. Live coverage of this match here on Coventry United Matchday, live on YouTube. O'Grady. Moved him now as he makes his way to the penalty area. Under pressure from Adams. Can he get the cross in? He's got Williams in support. Holton, cross charge down, and it's deflected out of the knee of Adam Wood for a Coventry United corner, this time on the right-hand side. And once again, it will be Josh O'Grady to take it. Four United options in the penalty area, two more around it. Put in, headed up and away by Adam Wood, but Ison will bring it back. Thornton. Ison. Lays it off for Courtney Cameron, heavy first touch. And Williams will make sure that ball isn't coming back. It's only gone straight to the feet of Pierre Moodim, who only finds Ayton. Challenge made, and Moodim still with the ball. Great tenacity there from Pierre Moodim. Eventually Williams makes the clearance. And it will fall to Coventry United once again. Kevin Thornton on the halfway line. Shifts over to the right with Jean Decory. O'Grady also doing well to block the path of the red and greens. Thornton. Cameron wants it on the left, but he's being covered by Michael Williams. Valence plays it back to Rich Morris. Morris didn't want it, but he's got it now. He's got to think of something to do with it. He plays it back to Ben Valence, sends it back where it came from. Cameron. He's got some space to run into, but he's got pressure from behind by Drew Ayton. And Ayton able to shrug Cameron off the ball. Tries to play in Joey Butler, but he's offside. And he lets the ball run to Rich Morris in goal. Valence. Now Kevin Thornton sidesteps Ayton beautifully. Now Pierre Moodim at right back. O'Grady. Moodim, his path is blocked by Mansell. His clearance only finds Decory on the centre spot. Of Drew Ayton to his advantage there. Referee says no foul. United continue with their attacking move with the long ball from Pierre Moodim, easily intercepted by Luke Adams. Junction. And Jimmy Holton does well. Good pressure from the former Spinks midfielder. Cameron, lovely turn. Side challenge from Williams. It's still with Courtney Cameron though. Another challenge blocked. And it eventually falls to Jenkins. One challenge too many for Courtney Cameron. Jenkins clearance towards Butlin. Ayton nodded on. Butlin on the right hand side. Ison puts it out of play for a throw. Score after 10 minutes. Walsall Wood 0. Coventry United 0. And that is the same scoreline at the Ricoh Arena where Coventry City are taking on Gillingham. as we await the play resuming. And in fact, it's going to be a free kick to Walsall Wood after a shove. It's going to be taken by Drew Ayton. Five red shirts in the area, United with all but Kai Williams and Josh O'Grady in their box to defend. Whipped in towards the far post, and it's got to be in. No, it's cleared well in the penalty area by Jamie Coleman. Adam Wood's header across the face of goal looked to be heading towards Ricky Baines. Ball back into the box, dealt with once again by Coleman. Cameron down line, Kevin Thornton in space. Brooks is with him now and tries to force him out of play. Good side step from Kevin Thornton as United push out. Ball to the left-hand side towards Josh O'Grady. It's easily cut out by Luke Adams. Jenkins clears, only onto the head of Lewis Ison. Williams is onside and can't touch it. Thornton. Valance. Back to Thornton. Weaving his way through the Walsall midfield, but his pass to Cameron only finds Williams, but Thornton brings it back where he did until Anthony Junction made the challenge. Now here's Williams. Pass by Butlin blocked, and Walsall retain possession. Junction, and it was looking for, I don't know whether it was Williams or Ayton, but he finds neither. And Rich Morris quickly lays it off to centre-back Lewis Ison. O'Grady. Jimmy Holton, who of course was sent off for a second bookable offence on Wednesday night in the 6-1 defeat against Westfields. Thornton push from behind, referee says no foul. Williams will sprint away, ball down the right hand side looking for the captain Joey Butlin. It will find Butlin, he won't keep that one in. The referee calls for a throw in to Coventry United. A shame really, it was a good move for Walsall. And the score remains goalless. Live coverage of Walsall Wood versus Coventry United here on YouTube with Coventry United Match Day, hosted of course by Liam Cook and sponsored by our friends at Graham the Plumbers Merchant. Throw in taken, Williams gets his head in it and brings it back to Walsall. Ison tries to hoof it away, it's only gone up rather than out. It drops to the feet of Joey Butlin. Williams. Now here's Junction, shoots onto the left-hand side. He's looking for Luke Adams, and he won't find him. O'Grady will shepherd that one out of play. And United had the throw right in the left-hand corner. Lewis Ison has become somewhat of a long-range throw specialist in recent weeks. That one wasn't quite so special, and he finds the head of Anthony Junction. Thornton intercepts and finds Ben Valance. Tries to find Cameron, but a good side challenge from Josh Mansell means it won't be finding its intended target. Butlin across the face of goal, and a wild miss from Charlie Shaw. The first decent opportunity of the match, and it ends up in the park on the far side. In front of goal. Shaw really should have done better than that. The Coventry United fans in the Jeff Woodward stand making their voices heard as they always do. Morris. Clearance towards the chest of Josh O'Grady, finds its target. Checks his run, the Mansell tries to get stuck in. Decory, pressure from behind by Anthony Junction, retains possession, onto the left now with Ben Valance. Currently Cameron in support, but his path blocked by Michael Williams. Intersection made by Ayton. Butlin slips as he tries to bring the ball to his feet, and Jean Decory has won himself a free kick as Butlin sort of walks into his back. And as Kevin Thornton tried to take it quickly, the referee has called it back. Around 15 minutes gone, it remains scoreless at Oak Park between Walsall Wood and Coventry United. United looking to get back on track after a humbling 6-1 hammering at Westfields on Wednesday night. Brooks heads the free kick away. Williams to Charlie Shaw, lovely ball by Shaw towards Ayton, but it's cut out. Ayton able to bring the ball back to Wood, however. Ison shrugs Adams away from the ball and United regain possession. O'Grady into the centre with Kevin Thornton. Cameron making the run down the left-hand side. Will he be able to keep it in? Yes, he will. Courtney Cameron. What can he create now for Coventry United on the left-hand side? Whips in the cross. Easy gather for Adam Jenkins. And the score remains at 0-0. Brooks clearance, and it will drift out of play. So Walsall Wood 0, Coventry United 0 is the current score. Hopefully it won't last that for too much longer. Of course, Walsall haven't kept a clean sheet in 15 matches in League and Cup. So surely we've got to expect at least one goal. Holton tries to find O'Grady. The pass not quite powerful enough. Adams forward ball looking for Drew Ayton, and it's gathered on the edge of the box by Rich Morris, the United shot stopper, the man they call England's #1 in Coventry. And the ball will end up back with Morris after a long pass went to Ray from Walsall. Let's get some latest scores if we can. Cardiff lead Rotherham by 1-0. Ipswich also beating Leeds 1-0. Brentford up by 2 goals against Bolton. And there's been a goal at the Ricoh Arena. And would you believe it, Coventry City actually lead. The Sky Blues are beating Gillingham by 1-0. And it's Kwame Thomas with his 2nd goal in 3 games. I always said he should start. Yeah, Coventry City 1, Gillingham 0 is the score at the Ricoh Arena after around 15 minutes. I'm so in shock, I can't believe that. It's not a feeling that I've had very often this season. Coventry winning. Well, of course United have been giving me that satisfaction, but City certainly haven't. Courtney Cameron. Blasts that one forward, looking for Kai Williams. Brooks will get there first, hit it up rather than out. Ricky Baines, and he'll nod it back to Jenkins in goal. Brooks. Baines. Now Adam Wood. Wood strides forward, unopposed, long lofted pass, looking for Drew Ayton. It will only find the grateful gloves of Rich Morris between the sticks for Coventry United. Throws it quickly to Ben Valance. He's got Thornton next to him. Plays it forward towards Jimmy Holton. He tries to hold it away from Anthony Junction, but the midfielder able to pressure his opposite number 8 into a mistake. Shaw. And the 2 number 7s going out of there, and Shaw was pulling at the shirt of Kevin Thornton. The United kick to the red and greens, and once again Thornton tries to take it quickly. It's the 2nd time we've seen that in the last couple of minutes. And once again, the referee calls play back. So in case you missed it, ladies and gentlemen, Coventry City lead by 1-0 thanks to Kwame Thomas. Very surprising score at the Ricoh Arena, but a very welcome one as well. And this time it's Thornton giving away the free kick against Shaw. Walsall do take a quick free kick this time. Brooks towards Joe Butland, goes over his head and will be intercepted by Lewis Ison. Up line to Courtney Cameron, flicks off the shin of Cameron. And it will be a Walsall throw. Balance. Decory nods it forward, looking for Kevin Ford. You just can't seem to get out of their box at the minute. The long ball into the box by Sam Brooks falls gratefully into the hands of Rich Morris. Long throw finds Josh O'Grady. He was sprinting down the right, but a crucial challenge by Charlie Shaw cuts short that run. Throw-in quickly taken by O'Grady to Kai Williams, United's top scorer with 11 goals this season. Thornton forced out of play, but United will get the throw-in. Moodham's throw to O'Grady, back to Moodham. Tries to return it to O'Grady, but he slips. And it's brought back to Wood as they stride forward. Ayton. Can he find Williams on the right? Yes, he can. Williams sidestep. Butlin turns. What can he do here on the edge of the area now? It's Charlie Shaw, but his pass towards Adams was well cut out. Kevin Thornton now for Coventry United. Cameron in space on the left-hand side. He's got Brooks for company though. Can he beat the big bulky number 4? He'll try. Manages to hold him off. A little bit of a trip there from Brooks. No foul given. Cameron's cross is a low one and easily cleared at the near post by Ricky Baines. Throw taken quickly by Kevin Thornton. Valance back to Thornton. Heavy first touch. If anything, that's gives him the opportunity to run onto it, into the centre with O'Grady. Return ball to Kevin Thornton, tries to turn out of the defenders. Williams goes down, referee says no foul. It was in the area as well, so it would have been a penalty kick. There was contact there, but was it enough to bring Williams down? Valance has kept it in. No, he hasn't. The referee, in fact, has called for the throw. Looked just about as if it edged out. No replays or goal line technology at this level, unfortunately. And there's been another goal at the Ricoh Arena. Sky Blues fans, don't lose your heads, but the Sky Blues are leading by 2-0. Coventry City 2, Gillingham 0. Pinch me, I think I'm dreaming. And it's the other Thomas, it's George Thomas this time. No relation, I must add. First choir mate, now George. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coventry City 2, Gillingham 0. Well, the Gillingham manager was saying just this week that Coventry are better than their league standing suggests. Well, they're just proving that, aren't they? Kevin Thornton strides forward for Coventry United. Long ball towards the right-hand side. Will it find Josh O'Grady? Yes, it can. Brilliant control there by the United man. Cuts in. Will he strike one? Yes, he will! Oh! I didn't cross the line! No, it didn't! It struck the crossbar! It didn't cross the line, but United will try and keep the attack alive now with Courtney Cameron. Dodges the challenge from Williams. Foul given. An audacious effort from Josh O'Grady. You can see the wry grin on his face. With good reason, he was inches away from giving Coventry United the lead. Around 20, 25 yards out. You don't win the raffle if you don't buy the ticket. And that's sentiment proved by Josh O'Grady. So close to giving United the advantage. And that advantage still may be just around the corner for United. Free kick put in by Thornton, easily headed away by Brooks. Moodham picks it up for the red and greens. Decory. Moodham sprints down the right-hand side. Bit of a shrug there on Josh Mansell as the midfielder makes sure the ball goes out for a corner. I think he was hoping for a goal kick, but no, it's taking a touch off Mansell on the way through, so it will be a corner kick to Coventry United. So the score after roughly 25 minutes, Coventry United 0, Walsall Wood 0. Will it remain that way as Moodham puts in the cross? It's gone over everyone, and Jimmy Holton was at the far post. He couldn't get his head on it, and it will go all the way out for a throw to Coventry United. It looked like it flicked off the head of Michael Williams on the way out, so United have got the throw. Thornton plays a 1-2 with Lewis Ison, pushed by Williams, and United have got another free kick, this time on the left-hand side of the box. Thornton's free kicks have proved to be a great form of goals for United, but it won't be Thornton taking this one. It'll be a delivery from the left by Josh O'Grady. Courtney Cameron was providing another option, but he's trudging away from the ball now. He's offering a shoulder to lean on the edge of the box. But in the area, we've got Ison, Holton, and Williams in there. It's towards Ben Valance. Valance lets it go. Goes towards the far post. Towards John Decory! Not quite. He fires it over the net, and it remains at 0-0. Goal kick taken by Jenkins. Brooks fires it out of danger towards the head of Drew Ayton, and it's gone out of play off Jamie Coleman of Coventry United for a throw-in to the Wood. Still yet to see our first goal at Oak Park. It's going to be Michael Williams to take the throw on this right-hand side. Ayton flicks it on. He was looking for Butlin. Won't find him though. Played out of the area. Williams ducking and diving through several United challenges. Vance eventually nicks the ball away. And it will be a goal kick despite the protests of Williams. And there's been a goal in the FA Cup. Middlesbrough 1, Oxford United 0. So the lowest scoring side in the Premier League. Not finding any difficulties in scoring in the FA Cup. Borough 1, Oxford 0. Just trying to find out who scored. And it is a Grant Ledbetter penalty. So that's where the goals come from. They still can't score from open play. Butlin. Williams. United will pick it up now in defence with Ben Valance. Valance long ball intercepted by Ricky Baines. Williams is there. Can he put him under pressure? No, he can't. Baines makes the clearance towards Butlin. Coleman leaps like a salmon and gets his head near ice and finishes the job and puts it out for a throw on this near side. And United will play it out of danger now. Coleman's long ball. He was looking for Josh O'Grady. He only finds the left back Adam Wood. Brooks. Chip ball towards Joey Butlin and hoofed away by Jamie Coleman before the top scorer can get there. It remains at 0-0 as we head towards the half-hour mark at Oak Park. United with the best of the opportunities so far. And hooked into the penalty area and nodded on. And it's put wide. An opportunity in front of goal for Drew Ayton. Wasted by the Wood number 10. And it remains scoreless. And it remains 2-0 to Coventry City at the Ricoh Arena against Gillingham. The two Thomases scoring, Kwame Thomas and George Thomas, making sure the Sky Blues lead going into the half-hour mark. Here at Oak Park, the red and greens of Coventry United still can't find a way past a resilient Walsall Wood back line. Moodim strides down the right, opposed by Josh Mansell. Holton, halted by Adam Wood. Played back into the penalty area to Jenkins, who hoofs it away. Decory nods over to the centre circle to Kevin Thornton. Thornton felt he was impeded there by Charlie Shaw. Referee doesn't agree. United have conceded possession, but not for long as Lewis Ison to stab the ball away. Chip pass towards Williams. Baines intercepts, but it's brought back to United by Kevin Thornton. Valance. Courtney Cameron. Can he whip it in from the left-hand side? He's got Valance with him. Lays it off to Ben Valance. Tries to play it back to Courtney Cameron. Blocked by Brooks. Cross put in. Easy gather the near post. Well, it should have been an easy gather there by Jenkins, but it sort of bounced off his hand. He eventually gathers it. And a rather hairy moment there for Jenkins. Goes unpunished by Coventry United. Long ball forward by Joey Butlin. Ayton was offside and he wouldn't have caught it anyway. So after half an hour it remains Walsall Wood 0, Coventry United 0. United of course 2-0 victors. Last time out these two sides faced. Cox and O'Grady with the goals. Cameron intercepts from Brooks. Courtney Cameron, challenge made by Williams, no foul despite Williams' protest. Drew Ayton. Junction. And Michael Williams can't reach that one. It will be a United throw on the halfway line, just in front of us. And Ben Valance jogs over to take this throw. Thornton. Valance. And it was headed towards Holton, but it's hoofed out of danger by Anthony Junction. It's not just out of danger, it's out of the stadium as well. And United still looking for that first goal. Holton bounces over to Courtney Cameron, and once again Anthony Junction making sure the ball goes no further. A little forcefully for Courtney Cameron's liking, but United still with the ball. They'll have a throw in just in front of us. Thornton shoved down from behind by Charlie Shaw, free kick, and Shaw is has been called over. He could well be the first name in the referee's book. No booking required. And Thornton is held to his feet by Michael Williams. All smiles as United get set for this free kick. Will it be all smiles after the ball is punted towards the net? Standing over the ball, Josh O'Grady, last season's top scorer, and former Aston Villa trainee Courtney Cameron. Both have proved that they can hit one from long range. It's going to be O'Grady. We saw him score some pretty special free kicks last season at the start of this one as well. Will he add another to his collection? He might, you know. Well, it's a pretty easy gather by Adam Jenkins on target, but no real power behind it. And the status quo remains. Ison controls well in the back line for United. Thornton tries to find Ben Valance, beaten to the ball by Michael Williams. He's got 18 in front of him. Joey Butlin. And the interception made by Thornton. United got to get this one out of danger now. Thornton. Ison striding forward, looking for an option. He's got Thornton to his right and finds the man they call the best beard in the business in Coventry, with the captain's armband in the absence of Chris Cox today. Moodim tries a forward ball to Jimmy Holton, blocked well, charged down by Luke Adams. It remains scoreless at Oak Park as we head towards the break. O'Grady to Moodim. Moodim flicks it past the defender but can't beat Adams. Thornton will bring it back for Coventry United. Finds to Corey. He's got a couple of Walsall players converging on his position. Plays it back to Thornton. Cameron wants it left. Thornton hasn't seen him yet. He may see him now. He has seen him. It's a lovely ball to find Courtney Cameron in space as Brooks comes across to try and make his path difficult. Cameron, can he get the cross in? He can. Put it near post and hooked away by Junction. Aiton tried to let the ball bounce. He was dispossessed by Vance, but forces Vance to the ground and tricks his way past Jamie Coleman. Danger now for Coventry United. Aiton plays in Joey Butlin for 1-0, and it's nestled into the bottom corner. Walsall would take the lead at Oak Park, and it's Joey Butlin, the captain, with a neat finish, beating Rich Morris. Well, United have had the better of the chances so far, but they haven't made them work. It's how many chances you have, it's if you put them away, and that's exactly what Walsall Wood and Joey Butlin have done. Walsall Wood 1, Coventry United 0. And with 10 minutes to go until half-time, that will certainly change Terry Anderson's half-time team talk. And one of the very few managers in the division who has the privilege of bringing himself onto the pitch if he wants to, player manager Harry Harris, I'm sure will have a beaming smile across his face after losing the Coventry United in his first permanent game in charge back in December. It could be the first win of 2017 for Walsall Wood. It's been a barren spell for the Wood. In the new year, United immediately on the attack. Kevin Thornton could strike one. He plays it onto the right-hand side with Jimmy Holton. Pierre Moodim is with him. It's Josh O'Grady into the area. O'Grady scuffs his shot. He'll come back to Pierre Moodim, though. You're not keeping this ball alive. Moodim forces the byline, puts it in towards Thornton, and it's bundled out for a corner. Strong defence from Walsall Wood. If anything, their defensive capability has kept them in the game. And a well-taken goal by Joey Butlin has given them the lead. And Walsall can really thank this back four for giving them the stable platform they need to go after this win. But United look to rock those foundations now as Josh O'Grady's corner is swung in towards Jimmy Holton. Coleman gets a touch in it, and it's a goal kick. Coleman's touch takes it out of play, and Adam Jenkins in no hurry to gather the ball as we tick towards half-time. And we do get the game underway once again. Long ball forward, Drew Ayton. Decory shrugs him off the ball. United on the attack now. The former Coventry Spinks midfielder, Jean Decory. Courtney Cameron, now Thornton. Valance, up line. Tried to find Decory, but he met the head of Michael Williams. Ayton chips it forward, looking for Josh Mansell. Valance tries to head it back to the goalkeeper, and Mansell takes it around Rich Morris. Danger now for Coventry United. Morris is down, and surely got to be. No, good challenge from Jamie Coleman to stop Drew Ayton, but it's still alive. And once again, it's Butlin's shot this time, charged down by a United man. Morris taken out there as he tried to dive to the feet of Josh Mansell. United could have easily conceded the second there. In all honesty, I don't know how they didn't. Walsall waiting and waiting for the defence to open up before firing at an empty net. The two efforts blocked by the United back line. And Walsall's lead remains at just the one. But they are finding their rhythm now. This is a dangerous time for Coventry United. They need to ride this storm out, ride this wave, and push on and try and find themselves an equaliser. Moodim. Ison. Decory just gets there in front of Mansell. Josh O'Grady, he's got options forward, including Pierre Moodim. You won't find them though. Pass blocked by Anthony Duction. And the ball forwards towards Ayton was well cut out by Jamie Coleman. Shaw, long ball towards the right-hand side, hoping to find Joey Butlin. He won't find him. Butlin goes down, appeals that he was pushed by Ben Valance. I think the referee's made the right decision there. So the score with roughly 6 minutes to go until half-time. Walsall Wood 1, Coventry United 0, as Thornton is forced to the ground by Charlie Shaw just when it looked dangerous for United. It remains 2-0 to the Sky Blues of Coventry City at the Ricoh Arena. The Sky Blue Army still in dreamland as Coventry try and avoid the dreaded drop zone. They're bottom of the league by 5 points, so even a win today wouldn't take them off the bottom, but would give them a much better chance of survival over another side struggling at the minute, Gillingham. And a rather scuffed clearance from Adam Wood. Just about kept in by Luke Adams, and it's taken a touch off Jimmy Holton as it ends up in Harry Harris's dugout, and it will be a throw to Walsall as we close on half-time. As usual, we'll be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half of this match in its entirety, so don't go away. We will be off for about 5 minutes at the break as Joey Butlin is dragged to the floor, and a free kick has been given to Walsall Wood, who were looking to extend their lead to 2 goals before half-time. Walsall, of course, yet to win in 2017. This is probably going to be the best chance they've got of ending that run. But the only saving grace for United is United really do have a big chance of scoring because Walsall have not kept a clean sheet in 15 league and cup matches. Let's see whether the red and greens can break down that brick wall Walsall have laid in front of their defence. They've got to defend this free kick first towards the far post, and it's gone over the head of Adam Wood, and he'll drift out of play harmlessly for a goal kick to Coventry United. And Rich Morris, who we're being told has recovered from his illness midweek, back between the sticks for Coventry United. Could well be a day of firsts for local sides today. First win of 2017 for Walsall, and the first win in the league for Coventry City manager Russell Slade. Coventry City still leading by 2-0. O'Grady, Moodham making the overlapping run, puts it forward towards Pierre Moodham. Williams in the penalty area, striding onto the ball, Pierre Moodham, and it's hooked out of play by Adam Wood, throw in Coventry United. We've got about 3 minutes until half time. United really need to take these chances now. Pretty even game since the goal. Walsall seems to have the better of play. Ison's long throw towards the head of Jimmy Holton. Baines knotted out of the area. Picked up once again by Kevin Thornton, formerly of Coventry City. Decory tried to find Williams, cut out by Williams. Well, it was towards Kai Williams, it was cut out by Michael Williams of Walsall Wood. Doesn't that get confusing when you get two players with the same name? Valence, long ball forward, down the line, and it's blocked by Charlie Shaw, who booped it out of play for a throw-in. United have got to be quick here. Quick and careful is the way that they've got to go before half-time. Holton shrugs off the challenge of Anthony Juxian. He's beaten to the ball there, and a collision there with Adam Wood. Jimmy Holton could be about to go into the book, and the Walsall players certainly not too happy with Holton's challenge, his attempt to get the ball. Holton, of course, was sent off on Wednesday night for 2 yellow cards, both of them for dissent actually, and he is about to go in the book once again. And Kevin Thornton, the United skipper, pleading his case. He was also booked for dissent on Wednesday night. It turns out Chris Cox was actually sent off after the final whistle. A very bad night for United on Wednesday, and Jimmy Holton is in the book once again. The referee brandishes the yellow card. As we tick towards the half-time whistle, Jenkins gets set to blast this one away from danger. I've had to play it short to Sam Brooks. Hooked towards the penalty area where both Ayton and Butlin are waiting. Butlin tries to pick it up. Free kick against Butlin as he pulled the shirt of Jamie Coleman. Coleman tries to take it quickly. The path was blocked up by Joe Butlin. And Rich Morris will take it. It's not going to be a happy team talk for Terry Anderson and his assistant Luke Morton at half-time. United with some work to do after the break. Mansell plays it back to Jenkins between the sticks for Walsall. Sends it back where it came from, towards the head of Ayton. Will just about find Butlin, but Valence to get there first. O'Grady, chip ball towards the left-hand side, and a fantastic ball finds Courtney Cameron. It was helped with a slip of Brooks to allow Cameron some space. Courtney Cameron tries to trick his way into the area, and he's forced down by Michael Williams. Free kick, Coventry United. There was definitely some pushing and pulling there from both sides. I think Williams did seem to force Cameron off his feet. And it will be a Coventry United free kick. United won't get a better chance than this before half-time. Thornton standing over it. Williams is having a talking to from the referee. I think it's just a talking to. In fact, no, he's brought out the book. It's going to be a yellow card for Michael Williams. It was definitely a foul. I'm not sure whether it was a yellow card offence, but of course it's the referee's game. As Josh O'Grady, United set-piece specialist, lines up another effort. This time from the left-hand side of the box. United with 3 men in the box, 3 men on the edge of it. O'Grady is in towards Holton, and he's put an effort wide at the far post. Took a tumble as he made contact with the ball. And it's going to be Sam Brooks for Walsall, charged down by Jimmy Holton. As we approach the half-time whistle, we're into added time now. Brooks looking for an option. And the referee calls time on the first half. Walsall would lead by 1-0 thanks to captain Joey Butlin. A well-taken strike into the far bottom corner gives the Wood the lead after a very even first half. Walsall seemed to have the better of United towards the break, but the Red and Greens have certainly got some work to do as they go into half-time. We're going to take a short break here on Coventry United Match Day with Liam Cook as we get set for the second half from Oak Park. So don't go away, we're only going to be off air for about 5 minutes as we swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring the second half of this game in all its glory. So stick around, Coventry United Match Day will return in 5 minutes.